Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Sahasra Sutram. So,
Haribol! Jai!
it is Rose Haribo. Okay, so Samasa Prakarane, Harinamamrit Vyakarane, Samas Prakarane, Sahasra Sankhya Sutram Patavaha Avam. So, resume the study of Samasa Prakaranam, Sutra 1000. Ramakrishne Riramasya Rama Hriramantaputраyor Vidya Yoni Sambandhe. In a Ramakrishna compound, when a relationship with knowledge of birth is understood, Rirama changes to Arama when a word ending in Rirama follows or the word Putra follows. So we get Hota Potaro, the Hota priest and the Pota priest. So here the Vigraha is Potacha Potacha. A relation with knowledge is understood here, and the word Potri, which ends in Rirama, follows. So Hota actually comes from Hotri, right? And so Hotri comes, it's Hotri and Potri, the Pratipadikams, the original words. So because Potri is following with Rirama in it, so this Hotri, the Rirama becomes A. I mean, ideally, if we see the Antaranga Padas, the words which are inside the Vishnu Pada in a Samasa, so they carry their original form. But this is an exception, so Rirama becomes Arama here. And Potaro, it naturally takes the dual case ending, like Kartaro and all. Then Mata Putra, so here birth is understood. So Matri and Putra, two words are there. So although in the word Putra there is no Rirama, but the sutra specifically says that if we have a word Purvapada ending with Rirama, and if there is the word Putra following to be specific, then that Rirama turns into A, so becomes Mata Putrau rather than becoming Matri Putrau. So yeah, so knowledge and birth. So the Hotri and so on are different kinds of priests which are mentioned by earlier authorities as having a relationship with knowledge. Hotri, Udgatri, Shrotri, Potri, Pratisnatri, Agrestri, and Unnetri are the names of the priests that end in Rirama. In the case of Mata Petarau, Pitri. Okay, I'm sorry. Is it Pitarau or Putrau? Okay. In the example, it's Putrau. I think this is a typo here. It should be Putarau then Pitarau. Yeah. So in the case of Mata Pitarau, it should be Mata Putrau and so on. The relationship with birth is well known because in
Well, in both cases, there's a relationship with birth. So why couldn't it be Mata Pitro
I
here?
mean, how come there is a relationship of birth in Mata and Pita?
Because they are only become Mata and Pita after their child is born.
Um, hmm. Yeah, that is also there. Some people say that this rule applies even when a word expressing a son follows. So that's Putra. Okay, that's in their opinion. Duhitat Majau is also valid. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jayaya patyau jam bhavo dam bhavascha va. In a Ramakrishna compound, the word Jaya is optionally replaced by Jam or Dam when the word Pati follows. This is interesting. So, thus we get Jampati and Dampati or Jayapati. So, if you remember, in the Sandhi Prakaranam, we had that sutra, Idu Detam Divyasanasya Manivadi Varjam, and then Manivadi. So, and there, Dampati, Jampati, Jayapati, they were examples given. So, these are all dual case. That's why they are ending in Trivikrama E Ramas. Jampati because Jaya cha Pati cha. Dampati, Jaya cha Pati cha. Jayapati, Jaya cha Pati cha. So this Dampati is used a lot. In Hindi also, Dampati, Dampati. So interesting sutra here. So in every instance, the Vigraha is Jaya cha Patischa, as we discussed. Atha Purushottamavat. The word Purushottamavat is to be added in the next sutra. So Vachalinga Lakshmi Tulyadhikarana Lakshmyam Natu Nacha Priyadeshu. A feminine adjective becomes like the masculine. Um, so a feminine adjective becomes like the masculine when a feminine word which has the same adhikarana follows. But the feminine adjective does not become like the masculine if it ends in or if a priyadi word follows. Let's see the example. Tatra Shyamarame Uttara Gopi. So, an example when this rule is applied in a Shyamarama compound, Shyamarama. Uttara Gopi, the last Gopi. So, ideally, if we break it down, it would be Uttara Gopi, like. But here, when they are doing Samasa, yeah, it says Uttara cha chasav Gopi cha. She's last and she's a Gopi. But when doing a Samas, Uttara becomes Uttara, like Pullingavat, Purushottam Lingavat. It says here, uh, a feminine adjective becomes like the masculine when a feminine word which has the same adhikarana follows. Same adhikarana means saman adhikarana, like Visheshan and Visheshya, adjective and the noun. So Uttara Gopi, Gopi is the proper noun, Uttara is the Visheshana here of the word Gopi. So that's why Uttara becomes Uttara. So becomes Uttara Gopi and not Uttara Gopi. Then Uh, an example when it is applied in Pitambara is Vaishnava Bharya. So, not, I mean, the point is Vaishnavi Bharya Yasya Saha. Vaishnavi Bharya Yasya Saha. One whose wife is a Vaishnavi. But, so Bharya is the noun and Vaishnavi is the adjective, the Visheshana. So, Vaishnavi becomes Vaishnava. Vaishnava Bharya. I mean, for someone who doesn't know these rules, would be very difficult to decode them. Um, he would he would maybe take it like Vaishnavasya Bharya something, like a Shashti Tatpurusha. But it is Vaishnavi Bharya. Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, it says Vaishnavi Bharya, yes, sir. Then
Yeah, it totally looks like Vaishnavasya Bharya. Like a Pitambara. Yeah.
Only the feminine word which is near to the Tulyadhikarana feminine word that follows becomes like the masculine. Thus, when we have the Vigraha Mridvi Vyau bharye yasya. One whose two wives are soft and harsh. Mridu, mridvi pat vyau. Mridu, that is one is soft and the other harsh. We get mridvi patu bharya. So basically it says that Visheshana, which is in feminine gender, will only become like a masculine when the Visheshya, the noun, is following immediately after it, or it's very near to it. So if you see the example here, like there are two words, one is Mridvi and another is Patu with the Trivikrama U. So because Patu is near to the word Bharya, so that's why Patu becomes Vamana, but not Mridvi. Mridvi stays Mridvi, like Strilinga Shabda. It doesn't become Mridu. So Mridvi becomes like Mridu plus Eep Pratyaya becomes Mridvi. So this is the point. Why do we say Vachalinga? Consider one a mala shobha, one whose garland of forest flowers is beautiful. Why do we say Tulyadikarana? Kalyani Mata, the mother of a virtuous girl. So this Kalyani stands for girl. Gopi Janaha, a person who is a Gopi. Okay, these are some names. Then Krishna Nama Vritti Matre. When there is any kind of complex formation, a feminine Krishna Nama becomes like the masculine, the pronouns Krishna Namas. So when we have the Vigraha Sarvasam Priyaha, Sarvasam Priya, dear to all women. So instead of making it like Sarva Priyaha, because Sarvasam, the root word is Sarva, Akarant, Aramant. So it becomes masculine, Sarva Priyaha. Likewise, we get Anyatanaya, the son of another woman. So it doesn't say Anya Tanaya. Tanmukham, her mouth. So Tasya could have been, yeah. So it becomes Tanmukham. Tat. Then Ekakshiram, not Ekakshiram, and so on. Prapta Panne Api. Prapta and Apanna also become like the masculine. So when we have the Vigraha Prapta Gopika, she who has obtained a Gopika, we get Prapta Gopika. We get up then Apanna Gopika, the same meaning. Na Sangya Puranyo Nakas Tadhit Karamodhavascha. The following four things do not become like the masculine. A name, Nasangya, a feminine ordeal number, uh, a word ending in the Krit Pratyaya Naka, and a Tadhit word which has prakaranam as its Uddhava. So 4 things. Uh, so the example for the first one, when we have the Vigraha Datta Bharya Yasya, so Naam Sangya. So we get Datta Bharya. So here, one whose wife is Datta. So we do not make it Datta, we do not make it masculine. It rather remains Datta because it's a name. So this word Datta is a Yoga Rudhi word. Likewise, we get Gupta Bharya. Again, not Gupta Bharya. Then an example of when an Akhyata Pratyay follows is Dattayate. Dattayate. This is interesting, this word Dattayate, one who acts like Datta. So in Shikshashtakam, the 7th verse, right? Yugayitam Nimeshena Chakshusha Praprashayitam and
Yeah.
Shunya. So we have 3 of them. So we have Yugayitam, Pravrashayitam, and Shunyayitam. So Yugayitam means Yuga Iva Acharati, one which resembles like a Yuga. So this is actually done in the Akhyata Prakaranam, the 3rd one. So the Nam Dhatu section. So there is one sutra, Yam Iva Acharati Tasmat Kyan. So this Kyan Pratyay is added after the words in the sense of, Yam Iva Acharati. If something acts like another thing, in order to denote that. So the Tayate is formed by applying Kyan after the word Datta in the sense of Datta Iva Acharati, one who acts like Datta. Similarly, like Shunyayitam, Pravrashayitam, Yugayitam. So Shunyayitam looks like or acting like Shunya, void. So all of them, they take this Kyang. Even in Gopi Geet, Yugayate Tvam Apashyatam. I'm not remembering the initial part. That this life resembles like Yuga when we are not able to see you. Yugayate. So this is like a technique of converting a noun into a verb. Like yuga is a noun, acting like a yuga, yugaya, and then the pratyay is added. Yugayate. And so on. Okay, then.
So in that
Mhm.
in Bengal, Datta and Gupta are both surnames. Like my surname is Datta. So is this referring to someone with that surname? Because I don't know that
I
otherwise
mean, I like Datta, like here in the northern side, Datta is also a name for many people, especially the males, like
a
Datta.
first name?
Yeah,
Oh,
the first,
okay.
the first name. But
Oh, okay.
of course, Gupta is also a surname here as well, and Datta, of course, is a surname Datta. Uh, so anyhow, what could be said?
Yeah, so here then it's probably referring to someone with the first name. Okay.
An example of when the tayat is done. So examples of when a dadhit pratyay follows are datta kalpa, almost datta. Datta pasha, we'll have to actually see this one. Examples of second are panchami bharya, like numerals. One whose wife is the 5th. Panchami. Panchami. Then the next example is Gopika Bharya. Okay, Gopika has Naka in it. So No. Gopika has, yeah, Naka. So Gopika Bharya, and then Madrika Bharya. This is Ka. So all these words, they do not become masculine, they remain feminine. Okay, we'll continue this tomorrow. Did you do some Anvayas? We can read some shlokas. Chapter
I
11.
did 3.
11 or 12?
12, yeah.
12.
I mean, the 2 and 3 was one Anvaya. So I did a couple Anvayas. Oh, I think I forgot to put the links. Yeah, maybe you can add the link. If you redo the table of contents on the left, I think maybe it'll add the link. I don't know.
Oh, right, it's here.
Yeah.
Okay, chapter 12, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1. Shaunaka Uvacha. अश्वत्थाम्नोपसृष्टेन ब्रह्मशीर्ष्णोरुतेजसा उत्तराया हतो गर्भ ईशेनाजीवितः पुनः. So Shaunakah uvacha Ashwatthama upasrishtena visrishtena urutejasah mahavikramena brahmashirshna brahmastrena atah vinashtaprayah uttarayah garbah. I think that's Bruna. That's Bruna, not Brana.
Oh.
Punaha ishena Shri Krishnena
It's
ajivita samyak rakshita. So Shaunak Rishi is saying that Ashwatthama he released Upasrishtena, the most powerful Uru Tejasa, so the Brahmastra which was mighty, Mahavikramena, the powerful Brahmastra, the weapon called Brahmastra. And through that weapon, the womb, the Garbha of Uttara was almost killed, Vinashta Praya. And then again, Punaha, Shri Krishnena Samyak Rakshita. That Garbha, that womb, the child was again protected, well protected by Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Samyak Rakshita. तस्य जन्म महाबुद्धे कर्माणि च महात्मनः निधनं च यथैवासीत् सप्रेत्य गतवान् यथा तदिदं तदिदं श्रोतुमिच्छामो गदितुं यदि मन्यसे ब्रूहि नः श्रद्धानानां यस्य ज्ञानम् अदाच्छुकः. So Mahabuddhe उदारधियः महात्मनः महाशयस्य तस्य परीक्षित जन्म कर्माणि च निधनं च एव यथा आसीत् अभवत् यथा येन प्रकारेण सः परीक्षित प्रेत्य देहं त्यक्त्वा गतवान् तद् इदं सर्वं श्रोतुमिच्छामः. So Shaunak Rishi is saying to Suta Goswami that we want to hear or we desire to hear about the birth and the activities and the leaving of the body, like the death of Parikshit Maharaj, who is the great soul and who is Mahabuddhi, who's very intelligent or very udar, magnanimous. So we want to hear it as it happened. Yatha asid abhavat. Yena prakarena, and in which way it all happened. And he, Parikshit Maharaj, after leaving his body, Deham Tyaktva Gatwan, he went back. So we want to hear all of it. Yadi gaditum manyase वक्तुम अनुग्रहेण इच्छसि तर्हि यस्य परीक्षितः परीक्षिते इति यावत् शुकः वैयासखि ज्ञानम् आत्मतत्त्वम् अदात् अशिक्षयत् तस्य वृत्तान्तमिति शेषः श्रद्धानानां श्रद्धायुक्तानां न अस्माकम् अस्मभ्यम् इति यावत् ब्रूहि. So if out of mercy, if you wish to speak to us, then speak to us the knowledge which was given unto Parikshit Maharaj by Shukdev Goswami, the knowledge which he instructed, which he gave. So please narrate to us, please speak to us the same. So speak to us who are all faithful, Shraddhadhana Nam, the same knowledge, the same things, the same Atma Tattva, the knowledge about the self. Iti artha. Okay. So we'll resume tomorrow then.
So when it said tat idang, shouldn't it have been tad idang?
I think they are just splitting up, doing Sandhi Vichhed in the Anvaya.
Oh, okay. And why is this parikshita yavat? I didn't understand.
Yeah, because
what was the point of this?
Because yadi gaditum manyase yasya shukah jnanam. So shukah yasmin jnanam adat. So basically the sense is Shukdev Goswami yasmin, in whom he gave the knowledge. That is the sense. But here the speaker has used Shashti. So Parikshitaha is 6-1 of the word Parikshit, and then Parikshite is 7-1, which is yes.
Oh, okay.
So in that sense, so Parikshita here stands for Parikshite. The jnana which was given, like the sense is unto Parikshit, but Saptami sense is there. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not Saptami, this is Chaturthi. Because Parikshit is Halanta, is ending with the Vishnu Jana, Tarama, and Nge for 1. So Parikshite. It's not Parikshiti. So this is unto Parikshit. So yeah. So the meaning is Yasmai and not Yasya.
I see. So that's what the point of that.
Yeah,
okay.
So Shukaha Yasmai Parikshite Jnanam Adat. Yasmai. That's why Parikshite.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we'll resume tomorrow then. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Dandavat Prabhu.